my live. My name is Julian and this is Contemporary Views. Contemporary Views, I bring you trending issues, everything that is making news on social media. Sometimes even what is happening in your locality, you get to find it on Contemporary Views. Let's talk custody battle today, referencing AY, the committee. Thank you all so much for joining my live. My name is Gillian and you are on to Contemporary Views. I decided to come live earlier today because I am not sure about later. So now that I have the time, let me do this one video for you and then I go about my way. So you guys give me a moment to share my life, and then I'll come on straight. We have lots to talk about. I want to say thank you so much. I want to say big thank you to all of you following me. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. I have been so happy. So many contributions coming in there. So many followers adding to the family. So I am really grateful and I welcome all the newbies on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you find me tilting from left to right, know that I have Facebook here and I have YouTube on the other side. So I need to address all my audience at the same time. Thank you so much for joining my live. Welcome to my live. My name is Gillian and this is Contemporary Views. When you join my live, do well to share the live, all right? Share the live so that we would have many more people join in. Just give me a moment. Let me share my live and then we have custody battle to talk about. We have custody battle to talk about. There's a lot going on around social media. We can't stay quiet. We can keep calm. We can talk about it so that we can learn. You can agree with me that we have people fighting over children every day. Thank you so much for joining. Where are you joining in from? When you join, let me know that you are watching, all right? Tell me where you're joining in so that I can greet you, okay? When you join in, like the video. When you join in, share the live. My name is Gillian and this is Contemporary Views. Just give me a moment to share my live. I'm doing so right now, and once I'm done sharing, we dive into the video at once. Oh, hi there, Emma Skin. Hi, thank you for joining my live. Do well to like the video. If you're not following, do well to subscribe, okay? Subscribe so you'd get notification. Hi, Emma. Where are you joining in from? Emma, hi. Where are you joining in from? When you join the live, subscribe if you've not done so and like the video. Share the live and let's move. Thank you so much, Emma, for joining. Thank you so much. If you're joining in for the first time, do well to subscribe and like the video. Like the video. We have something to talk about today. Let's talk custody battle. Let's talk child custody battle. A lot has been going on. So many people are having problems talking about child custody. Vlogger fan club, thank you for joining my live. Do well to like the video and then share the live. If you're following for the first time, if you're joining for the first time and you're not subscribed yet, do well to subscribe so you will get notifications when I am live. Emma, that's inappropriate. What is inappropriate? Emma, tell me, what is inappropriate? Child custody? That's the topic. What is inappropriate? Let me know. As usual, I always like for my life to be interactive. So if you have something to say, you can use the comment section to let me know. All right, let me know what your thoughts are. Emma says, never mind. I guess you are talking about vlogger fan club. I guess so, but that's okay. That's why I didn't bother to read the comments out. Every day we get to receive comments like that, even more derogatory comments like that every day. Mind you, I come live sometimes and I get to see things like that, but it's okay. It's fine. Thank you so much. Emma, where are you joining from? No, oh, Scorpio, thank you so much for joining my live. Scorpion, thank you so much for joining my live. When you join, do well to subscribe, all right? Scorpion says, I thank God that I am not black. There is no problem. We thank God for you that you are not black, all right? We thank God for you that you are not black. That is okay. But the black people have done nothing wrong. It is not their fault that they are black. As you can see, I am black and I am proud of being black. Oh, Emma, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Scorpion, that is not good. You don't insult people, okay? I am glad we are white. Exactly. We are happy for you that you are white, and we too are happy for ourselves that we are black. There is nothing wrong in being black. As you can see, I am black, I am bold, I am beautiful, I am eloquent, I look good, and I vibe, okay? Thank you so much. What makeup do you use? It is so pretty. My foundation is Mary Kay. For my lips, I've forgotten the name. Then I have Classic Pretty for my eyeshadows and my blush. There it is, Classic Pretty. My foundation is Mary Kay. I forgot the name of the lipstick that I used. So that is it. Okay, I believe that we are ready to begin. So let's go straight into the video. I want to talk about custody battle today. No matter where you find yourself, I believe that you may have heard or you may have been involved in some kind of custody battle, or you have a friend or a relative. Thank you so much, Emma, who has been in some kind of custody battle. Thank you so much, Emma. You have been very instrumental on this live already. Thank you so much. Now, let's get to the video fully. Okay, as you can see on the caption, Scorpion, thank you so much. Scorpion, I need you to subscribe. You are not yet subscribed to this channel. I need you to subscribe so you get notifications when next I'm live, all right? And I need you to like the video, okay? Whether you're black or whether you're white, I love you all out there, all right? I give my love to you, okay? Sonic, thank you for joining my live. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining my live. We are talking custody battle today. Now, I was saying that no matter which continent or country you find yourself, there is a possibility for you to have heard about a custody battle. Either you are directly being involved in that custody battle, or your friend or family is being involved in that custody battle. Now, for those of you who may be wondering what custody battle really looks like or what it's all about, it's about maybe two people living together, either as married couples or they just dated and then have a child or children, and then they no longer want to be together, and then they have to, spend time with the children in phases. Some of them may want for the child to be with them only and not the other parents, and that might be a little bit problematic. It is usually common with women when they separate from a man, they don't want their child to go to that man, to visit that man. Of course, which is not a nice thing to do. Which is not a nice thing to do. So that is why I want for us to talk about custody battle today with reference to AY. With reference to AY, the comedian, all right? For those of you who don't know AY, the comedian, his name is Ayo Makun. Ayo Makun is a Nigerian comedian. He is also a stage director. He is also an actor. He has a lot to do in the entertainment industry in Nollywood in Nigeria. He is very, very famous. And for those of you watching right here, some of you know him personally. I think many of you should know him, especially my Nigerian audience. Especially my Nigerian audience. I want to believe that you know him. Sonic says the woman always wins. Yes, that is what we have to talk about today. Even if the woman wins, it is not right. It is not fair. It is not correct. That is why we as a community have to talk about it today. Talking about it is like sensitizing other people who are in the same situation. Talking about it is like making them know that they are not alone in that situation. Now, just like I said, I am going to be using the case of AY as a cross reference. So we can have like a base or a foundation. Actually, AY was married to his wife for so long. Yes, they were married. They had a relationship, say like it was above 10 years or so, but they separated sometime last year. Mew, thank you so much for joining my live. You're welcome to my live. But now I didn't get to report on the separation because I think I was really very busy that time, so I did not get to talk about AY and his wife separating. But now it is not the separation I am talking about. They have 2 children together. There is a 14 or 15-year-old girl. Then there is also a 2 or 3-year-old girl. So now when they separated, so far, none of them came out to talk. None of them came out to tell the world what happened. AY in a very short video just came to say that his marriage hit the rock and there's nothing he can do about it. He regrets the fact that things didn't work out with his wife, and he's informing everyone that he's separating from her. As for the woman, she didn't ever say anything. And now, while they're on the news today, Instablog is reporting that these two are now in an alleged custody battle. Just like someone already said, the woman always wins, and that is not right. Exactly. I don't agree that the woman should win all the time, especially if they are not deserving of the win. Okay? So before we continue, I'd like to read to you what the report says, and then I'll give my own opinion, and then I give my own thoughts as far as child custody is concerned. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not a counselor. I have lived through life and I have experiences in life. I have friends who have experiences in these issues, and then I work on social media like every day, and I get to see stuff like this every day. And then of course I do a lot of research on topics like this, so I can give you helpful information, but not the best information since I am not qualified in that field. Now, you know, they say the best form of what's the word? You can get the best advice from people who have experienced a situation. The best advices come from experience. So based on my own experience in life, yes, I will be talking on this topic. So now let's go to Insta blog and read the story. Okay, you guys look at it. Comedian A.Y. Makun, an estranged wife, reportedly locked in custody battle over their second child. Remember, I told you that they have two children. The older one is like 14 years of age, and the younger one is just maybe 2 or 3 years. Okay, so let's see. Instablog is reporting from Stella Dimokokos's page, and this is what the report is saying. Comedian AY and his estranged wife Mabel are engaged in custody battle over their second daughter, as inside sources reveal that Mabel has refused AY to have any contact with their second child. Okay, according to the insider, AY could not reach his second daughter since his wife Mabel left the marriage, so he allegedly cut a deal with the baby's nanny and always made calls to the nanny's phone to talk with his daughter when Mabel is out. That is a good thing the nanny did there for him. When parents separate, they don't need to delete one of the parents from the child's life. I know there's a lot of things you all have out there to say. I am coming to that, okay? Mabel refused AY to have a phone or physical contact with their second daughter, but once Mabel goes out, the nanny will call AY to have quality time with his daughter on the phone. That is very impressive. I congratulate the nanny for that. Okay, let's keep reading. One of those times, Mabel returned home and met their daughter on the phone with AY on the nanny's phone, and all hell broke loose. Okay, for the nanny, who was sacked immediately and sent her The nanny was sacked immediately and sent packing to the village the same day. That is not fair. According to the insider source, it was time to talk to his daughter again. AY called the nanny's phone and she told him that she had been sacked and was in the village. He ordered the nanny to return to Lagos and offer her a job in his house. Mabel heard that the nanny now works for AY and has declared war with the nanny, and the insider says that he has vowed that AY would never have contact with his daughter again. That is very wrong. The matter will now be for the judge to give AY visitation rights or allow him to co-parent their daughter peacefully with her banning him. Okay. Insiders allege that the war between let me take that again. Insiders allege that the war between both is now so bad that there is no intervention, and talk to any of them again is as harsh as possible. Okay? Their marriage broke up this year, 2024, after 15 years. My goodness, 15 years of marriage down the drain. Okay. With allegations of cheating and gifting of STDs flying here and there. That's bad. Mabel moved out amidst allegations of starting a new relationship, and no one has heard anything of them until recently. Okay. Okay, that should be it. Now let me get something straight. A man cannot make children alone. A woman cannot make children alone. The two shall come together and be able to make children. Now, when these children are made, they belong to both parties. Okay? They belong to both parties. But in the world we live today, a lot of things are happening, and that is why some people are trying to change the way or the order in which things are supposed to evolve. But under normal circumstances, even if two people separate and they no longer want to be together, it is the right of the child to have access to both parents. You don't choose one side and then you concentrate. No, that child has right to be brought up by the both parents. There is a reason why there's supposed to be a man in the life of a child and a woman in the life of a child. So either party should not deny the other that right. It is not fair. Someone said earlier on when I began the video that most of the time the woman always wins. That is true. Now, when it comes to nurturing children, when they are very young, I can tell you categorically that the woman has more patience, more time. The woman has that patience inbuilt to be able to nurture that child. But when that child begins to grow, I believe that they can share the custody. They can allow each other spend time with that child. I don't know what the laws of your countries are, but I believe that these laws are different. But we also have natural laws which stipulates that a man is important in the life of a child as a woman too is important. Okay? Many women out there, we talk about deadbeat dads. It is the emergence now of the deadbeat fathers that has made some women cling to their children and not want to share that right with their children. Some other women use it as vendetta. They take their child, they hold close to that child, they don't want to let go of that child, they just want to keep that child just because they want to hurt their partner. That is totally unacceptable. I also know of situations where the man, especially the men in Africa, they tend to hold on to their finances. They don't want to support the woman with the finances just to punish her, just to make her feel bad. And when the woman begins to reason that out, so this is what he wants to punish me, he wants to make me suffer, the woman just decides to leave. She decides to up and go away and then suffer with her children. That is a very, very possible reason for some women to hold on to their children and deny their fathers access. But I must tell you, in as much as it is challenging for that woman, it is still wrong because every child needs a father figure in their lives. Now it is happening at the level of AY. They have a young child who is maybe 2 years old or 3 years old, and it is clearly in that report, you can clearly hear that the mother or his ex-wife doesn't want AY to have access to that child. You are not doing that child a favor, keeping that child from her father. That is very, very wrong. There are different kind of fathers that exist out there. Some fathers have been in the lives of their children and they want to positively impact the life of that child. Denying such a father is wrong, very wrong. But when a father is in the life of a child and impacts that child's life negatively, it is also problematic. Exposing the child to danger, exposing the child to things that are not supposed to be is dangerous. So you need to protect your children as women. But now, just like every other country has their different laws, it takes the law right now to be able to decide how that custody is going to run. See, let's digress a bit. There's the story of Kora Obidi. Social media sensation. She dances, she sings, she does a lot of content creation on social media. She has a lot going on for her. She too recently is in a custody battle. I want to believe that her custody battle ended and she is allowed to show her children on social media, because that is where the bone of contention was. Her father did not want her husband, her ex-husband, did not want for the man for the woman, for Kora, to show her children on social media, and he fought tooth and nail for custody, for joint custody, and I realized that the custody was 50-50. Fair enough. Very, very good. Now, women have taken upon themselves to run away, to take away the children from their fathers. That now is a wrong narrative. It's a wrong thing to do. I also understand that there are deadbeat fathers out there who do not want to be in the lives of their children. Yes, they do not want to be in the lives of their children. And if a woman is found with a deadbeat dad, my advice to her is to move with her child so that she can protect herself and her child. Already, you know that the law always favors the woman in many countries. Yes. When it comes to the worst, the woman is given full custody and then the father is allowed to pay child support. Mostly in the West, child support is something that has to do with child support is something that is very, very looked upon. There is no way you give birth to children and then you don't raise these children to responsible citizens. There's no way that is going to happen. So when these child custodies begin in countries that have the law working for them, the woman ends up taking the children and then receiving child support from the children's father. Now, this is a case where fathers want to be in the lives of their children. If the fathers want to be in the life of their children and then you're depriving them of that, it is wrong. I know that there are fathers out there who want to punish the mother of the children, especially those in Africa. Yes, they feel that if they don't support the mother to raise that child is going to be frustrated, or the mother is going to feel frustration and then take that child to their father. But now, let me tell you something, ladies. Before you give birth to children or bring children to this world, you as an individual, be ready to raise those children. You should have a means to raise those children before bringing children into this world. All right? So that when you meet fathers like that, you take upon yourself, you raise your children to responsible citizens so that when you grow old, they will be there to attend to you. All right? Now, back to the topic, AY and his wife. From what I read, his wife, AY only managed to speak to his daughter when his wife was out of the house. And he would call the nanny, talk to the baby, and then one day, the wife walked into AY talking to his daughter through the nanny. The nanny was caught and thrown out of the house. He provided employment for her, and then this really got his wife annoyed. I don't blame AY for the right thing. That is the father we can recommend. That is the father we can proudly say that he wants to be in the life of his child. Such a man is not supposed to be denied custody of his child because he wants to be in the life of that child. Now, there's something so many people are failing to understand today. Whether the parents of a child take care of that child, most governments in the world raise children who have been abandoned. I'm talking about children in the orphanages, for instance. The state provides for these children and raise them. So it is your loss for you not to be present in the life of your own child. All right? Now, some women would say that it is so painful to give birth to a child, it is challenging. Yes, but you may not be able to give birth to that child if that man did not impregnate you. That is true. But if that man as well is not willing to be in the life of that child, brace yourself as a parent, put yourself together and raise your children. Okay? They usually say that child is father to man. It means that your child of today will hold your hand in your old age. They will take care of you in your old age. At least that is what happens back home in Africa. Maybe it doesn't happen in the US, because I understand that they have old people homes. When people grow old, they carry them there, they put them to stay there. But back home in Africa, your children take care of you at old age. That is why you need to be present in the life of your child. Now, let me speak to deadbeat that's out there. There's this mentality that is going on in this Gen Z generation. They always say that child is going to grow up and look for me. Even if I don't take care of that child will look for me. Now, when was the last time you heard about someone looking for their father? The father that abandoned them. When was the last time you heard someone looking for their mother, the mother that abandoned them? I want to believe that the narrative has changed. Yes, it is no longer like that. Okay? Why is it no longer like that? Many people look for their parents for one singular reason, just to know their foundation. But sometimes this foundation doesn't matter. They don't care about these foundations anymore. They grow up, they try to be whatever they want to be. They just want to succeed. They just want to make it in life. And then you see an old woman crying someday. You see that man is my son. You see that girl is my daughter. I abandoned her. No, something happened and I was not in the life of that child. Make it your responsibility to be in the life of your children. Now, let me ask you a question. Assuming that you are 40 years of age, all right? And then they bring a woman to you and tell you that this is your mother. What kind of conversation will you have with that woman? What kind of conversation? I want to know. You can chat with that woman. In as much as with that person, the chatting will not even be flowing. Imagine that you are 35 years of age and they bring a man to you and they tell you that is your father. You have no history with that man. You have no history with that man. There's nothing the both of you can actually discuss. There's nothing the both of you can actually talk about. So for those deadbeat parents out there who feel that when they abandon their children, sometime in the future, the children will come and look for them. Yes, the children may come to look for you, but then you have no relationship with those children. All right? So now let's delve back into the topic. You should not deny, whether you are a man or you're a woman, you're not supposed to deny the presence, or you're not supposed to deny the relationship of a child to other parents, mother or father, unless that parent decides not to be in the life of that child. Unless that parent decides not to be in the life of that child. I know situations where a man denies pregnancy. Yes, he denies pregnancy. The woman goes ahead to give birth to that child. And when the child is growing up, the man now comes and wants to be recognized. In all fairness, that is very bad. That is very bad. But I feel that if there is due compensation, if there is due understanding, if there is due reasoning, he can be admitted to the life of that child again, even if he is the biological parent who was absent. Now, there's a second case wherein maybe the man is available in the life of that child and then decides to punish the woman with the responsibility of raising that child. Someday, sometime, he would come out to tell you that, your mother did this to me, your father did this to me, blah, 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 blah. What I have to say is you do not have a history with that child. You would always be strangers. Imagine you inside a metro. Imagine you inside a plane with someone you're meeting for the first time, and that person's supposed to be your parent. You really will not have anything to talk about. Yes. And now there's this one I need you to have at the back of your mind: deadbeat dads. You make children, you are not in the life of those children, and you're hoping the children will come back to look for you. Now, if a child becomes successful in life, it is most probable that that child will never come back to look for you. Never. Unless that child does not make it in life and is looking for where to inherit something, then that child may come back to look for you. So have that at the back of your mind. Those of you denying your responsibilities to be mothers and fathers out there. Every child has the right to grow up with both parents. Every child has the right to grow up with both parents. Mothers, do not use your children as weapons against their fathers. And fathers, do not use child allowances to fight against their mothers. Now, I'm going to tell you something a little bit private. I am blessed because at my age, my both parents are very much alive. You are my audience, and I am speaking to you from the bottom of my heart. I love my both parents equally. I pray for them equally. I wish that better days come for me to do wonderful things for them, and I cherish them equally. But now, sometimes my dad complains to me that he has the feeling that I love my mom more than I love him, or that I relate to him more than I relate with my mom. I relate with my mom more than I relate with him. Now, this is very personal to me, and sometimes it makes me feel bad. But that is not the situation. What actually happened is, when we were growing up, our father worked a lot. He was always out of the house for work. He goes early in the morning, say 7 o'clock in the morning, and then comes back by 5 in the evening. Okay, every day when we come back from school, we had to siesta. We observe siesta in our home. So by the time our father comes back home, we are siesting. And then when we wake up from sleep, we'll be struggling maybe with our evening chores. And then after that, we do our assignments, and then we go to bed. We don't have that time maybe to talk with dad, to ask him and stuff, I want to say that we spent more time with my mom and we spent less time with my dad. Naturally, we are supposed to bond or feel free with our mother more than our father. Now, that is a mistake many men today are still making. Find time to stay with your family. Find time to create avenues to spend time with your family. Do not be absent in the lives of your children. The mother is always there. She will always be there. Okay? But the father who goes out to fend for the family doesn't spend enough time with the family. And sometimes people even say that most men, they passed on to glory before their wives because of too much work. I understand that it is challenging, especially back home in Africa. The father works like an elephant, to take care of the family. Men, create time to spend with your families. Create time to be in the lives of your children. Create time to rest. Be there for them. Bond with them. Let them have stuff that they did with you. Let them have a history. Let them have a story with you. So because my father, Leah, thank you so much for joining my live. You're welcome. Leah says family is a special gift. That is what many people don't know. Some people try to monetize family. You can never monetize family. You cannot. You can never do that. Even if you have the opportunity to go to the market, you have all the money in the world, you cannot buy family. You will never be able to buy family. You can never ever buy the people that you are in the same family with. It is a gift from God. But now when God gives some of you that gift, you begin to play God over it. You begin to play God over your children. That is a mistake you are making right there. It is a mistake. And you sure will regret. Now, as a parent, I imagine that your first priority towards your children is to raise them right, is to protect them and give them all that they need, irrespective of the fact that you have a problem with the other parent. I expect for every parent out there to protect the interest of their children, even if it means that they sacrifice. But pride will not let them be. Greed will not let them be. Foolishness will not let them do the right things. Why bring children into this world and you don't want to raise them right? Why bring children into this world and you don't want to participate in their lives? Why bring children into this world and you want other people to raise them for you? Why? Mother or father. Then that is when the other one is empowered, right, to do the right thing for the children. Custody battles happen every day. Children are special gifts. Leah says that time spent with family is worth every second. Many people don't know that. Many people don't know that. They want to drag issues and bring between children. They're struggling to separate children. They're struggling to separate family. Why? You cannot buy family time. 1 year lost is lost forever. 1 second out of family time lost is lost forever. You're not going to come back to that time. You're not going to come back to that day. No. Now, earlier I mentioned the case of Kora Obidi here. Her ex-husband did not want her to post their children. Yes, in as much as they had a custody battle, he fought for 100% custody of their daughters, but he did not succeed. They gave the both of them 50-50. That is okay. But if you manage to have 100%, excuse me guys, and the other parent has 0%, the 0% parent make an effort to be present in the life of that child. Do not use your child support as a weapon to hurt the other parent who is keeping the child. Some of you don't pay child support. In as much as Cora has 50-50 with her husband, the 50% that her husband is supposed to be making as far as contributions to the life of those children, he's not making it. I watched a video where Cora's husband refuses to pay school fees. I watched another one, he refuses to pay medical bills. I watched another video, he refuses to pay for their groceries. He only pays for the things they consume when they are in his own place for 1 week. Who are you deceiving? You claim that you love a man. You have children for that man. Yet you keep that child away from his father. You keep that child away from her mother. That is wrong. You claim to love your children. You punish their father. You punish their mother. That is wrong. Very, very wrong. Times are changing. Yes, I believe that as a parent, you must be in the lives of your children, even if it is difficult. You know what to do. You know what it takes. It takes sacrifice. Sacrifice to be present. Make peace with whoever you need to be present. You know why? You cannot start forming relationship when the children are adults. You can't. I'm sorry to say. We all know about the story of Nigerian actors Yul Edochie, Judy Austin, and May Edochie. We all know that story. It's been on social media for like 2 years now. Yul Edochie has grown-up children with his first wife. He decides to marry a second wife even without the knowledge of the first wife. Now the first wife decides to divorce him. She lives with her children. She has, say, 4 children. One of them passes on. She's now left with 3 children. Now these children are grown-up children already, but their father grew up with them in the same house. Okay, I am going somewhere. Okay, just follow. I'm going somewhere. Their father grew up with them in the same house. When they now have a problem, I mean the parents now have a problem, the mother is separating from the father. Everybody can see categorically that even if the children spent time with their mother and their father, most of them, at least the eldest daughter, is making it very visible that she prefers her mom over her dad. These are children, their father grew up with them in the same house. They are in the same house. The parents separate and the children decide to go with their mom. They are grown-up children. So imagine a child that you are not even in the life of that child. That child has grown up to only see her father and never seen the mother, or only grown to see her mother and never seen the father. Do you think that person will come back and look for you? And even if that person comes to look for you, do you think you have any relationship with that person? There's this slang, I would say that slang in our local language here. Now only pikin wey never make am, na e define family. Now only pikin wey e no make am for life, na e define family. For those of you who cannot understand that, I'm basically saying that once a child doesn't succeed in their adult life, then they begin to look for who their family is. But if they succeed in their adult life, they may look for their family just to know them and not for livelihood and not for support. We all have heard about custody battles. They are not the best kind of battles because they involve children. They involve emotions. You always should have that at the back of your mind, that if you find yourself in such situations, it is only imperative for you to do the right thing. Try as much as possible to sort out every situation in between so that you can cordially relate. What so many people fail to understand is, as long as there is a child, you are bound to be family. You are bound to be family. There is no way you're hating on the mother of your child and you want to be in the life of that child. There is no way you are hating on the father of a child and you will be in the life of that child. Even if you borrow one and add, it will not work. It can't work. So please, family is a gift from God. You do not decide who your family members are. You don't get to decide. You can decide who your friends are. You can decide who your lover is. You can decide whatever, but you cannot decide who family is. You can't do that. It is not a battle worth fighting for. I know the story of many people out there. It is not the best. Lots of emotions flow in and out. I understand. But if you are upright, I want to believe that you can make it right. Yes, you can make it right. One advice I am going to give to every parent out there: no matter how challenging life is for you, be up to the task of providing for your children, for your offsprings. Be able to cater for them. Be able to provide for them, even if you are doing so all alone. Do not let your children grow in lack and want. Teach them the real values of family. You can't buy family. You can't buy family time. Family time is time well spent. You sacrifice family time. If you are not accepted in a family, walk away. Gather the pieces of your life and then do good with it. Don't they say if they give you lemons, you make lemonades? Or if they give you pepper, you make pepper soup? Go ahead and be courageous enough to raise your children right. Charity, they say, begins at home. The way people behave today, I begin to wonder who raised them. I begin to wonder. You know, if a child doesn't behave well in the community, they blame the mom. You have a bad child upbringing, I blame the woman who raised you. It is always like that. So women out there watching me now, take that as a challenge to raise your children right. A child that is raised in love will surely show love. A child that is raised with discipline will surely be disciplined. A child raised by a deadbeat parent, let me not be the one to tell you what can actually transpire. I also know of situations where a man has children or a woman has children. They separate from their partners, get new partners, and these partners stop them from taking care of their children. That is foolishness at its peak. It's foolishness. Your present partner should not deter you from having relationship with your children. They are your children. Whether you like it or not, they are from your loins. I understand that we have different traditions, especially in Africa. We have different traditions that govern children belonging to families. Yes, we have different traditions, but I'm not talking about that. Talking as an individual who is woke and who likes to see things from many angles. Be in the lives of your children. Do not prevent the other parent to be in the life of the child unless they did not want to be there. Yes, unless they did not want to be in the life of that child, or they have been using that child as an instrument, or you have been using child support as an instrument against them. Now that's a different ball game. So now back to the reference I am using, AY and Mabel. The matter already is in court. In the days ahead, the judge will decide whether AY is going to have visiting rights or not. But I believe he is supposed to have visiting rights because he is the father of that child and he has been there from the beginning. Yes, they don't have to drag you to the law before you take care of your child. It makes you irresponsible. It's an irresponsible behavior to have children and you don't cater for them. You begin to use excuses and you begin to lie at every given point. I know that some people may be having challenges. Yes, truly, they may not have the finances that it requires. But then, why make children if you can't fend for them? Why make children if you can't support them? Why? Children are blessings. Children are gifts from God. When you have them, cherish them. When you have them, protect them. Do well to keep them. Help them, teach them, nurture them. Now AY is fighting for his own. Yes. One mistake many people out there make, I say this in pidgin, you know fit like egg wey you no like the fowl. You know fit like egg then hate the fowl wey lay that egg. I have spoken in a language that most Africans will understand. There's no way life won't happen to you when you abandon your responsibility. Life is definitely going to happen to you. Life is definitely going to happen to you. So, just like I earlier mentioned, I'm not a counselor. I have lived through life. I am happy that I have experiences in life, both by reading and learning from other people who have been in that situation and otherwise. And my advice to you, or my word that I give you today, family is everything. Family is gold. Protect and preserve family with everything that you have. That is because you can't buy family. A time well spent with family is special, and you can't buy that. Okay, to my message to all the women out there, be strong for your children, guard and protect them. To all the men out there, be strong for your children, guard and protect them. Provide for them if you must. Make them whole. Advise them. Do not try to live your dreams through your children. You will be making a mistake there. Yes, you will be making a mistake there. So, I guess that is it for us today. Thank you all so much for watching. I decided to come live earlier because I am not very sure about today, but if I still find time, I will come again. So many people watching on YouTube. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Okay, as usual, I don't know what your thoughts are. Whatever your thoughts are, leave them at the comment section. For those of you who watch the video live, thank you for watching live. For those of you watching without following, without subscribing, without sharing, please do so. If you do that, you get notifications when next I am live. Okay, I have said so many things on this very live. I have referenced a couple of people here. But one thing I want everybody watching this live to go home with: children are gifts from God. As a parent, you have just one obligation: protect your children. Provide for them. Nurture them and raise them with love. All right? If you have deadbeat mothers that you have children with them, do not bother that the mothers are not in the life of that child. You, the man, raise your child right. I am sure you know about Mercy Johnson. She was raised by her father. I am sure you know the Williams girls, Serena Williams and her sister, Venus. They were raised by their dad. I don't need to remind you of your potential that you have as a man. If their mother decides to be deadbeat, let her be. Raise your children. And to the women, especially the women raising children all on their own, I send you a word of encouragement because it is not easy. Being a parent is difficult. Then being a parent twice is even more challenging. So I send you words of encouragement. If you have deadbeat dads, forget about them. Raise your children right and raise them in love. Now, generally, I want to say that No parent has right to separate the other parent from the children. If the relationship did not work out, fine. Do not separate your children from the other parent. It is not a good thing to do. But if these other parents pose a problem, protect your children and forget about the other parent. I will not tell you that rush after them, follow them. Don't follow anybody. Just forget about that other parent who doesn't want to be in the life of that child. I would end my life today by saying that na only pikin wey e no make am for life you find family. Yes. For my followers who do not understand pidgin English, what I have said is it is only a grown-up child who has not made it in life who goes back home to look for who their family is so that they can inherit or benefit something from them. So every child out there listening to me, do well to make it so that you will not go to look for parents who did not want to be in your life. If they refuse you today, refuse them tomorrow. Yes. Being a parent doesn't necessarily mean that you give birth to children. Popping out children from your VJ doesn't mean you are a mother. A mother is that woman who raises you. A mother stays there and raises you. And a man mounting a woman and fertilizing her eggs doesn't make her a father. A father is that person who grooms you, who nurtures you, who is there in your life. And right now, AY Comedian is fighting for that right. And I urge all men out there to fight for their rights. I urge all women out there to fight for their rights. Yes. That is what it is supposed to be. A child is supposed to have a man and a woman as parents. Now, before I go, every year when it is Father's Day, some women come out to celebrate themselves and tell themselves Happy Father Day. This is particular of women raising children on their own. Now, sisters, that is a wrong narrative. Yes, you're being foolish to come out on media to tell the world that you're raising a child on your own and as such, Happy Father's Day to you. Now, let me remind you of something. Who is a father? By definition, a father is a male parent. It means that being a father, you must first be a man. The role of a father is a gender-based role. So you are categorically wrong to come out here to tell the world that Happy Father's Day to yourself when you are a woman. Shame. Shame. Have you ever heard a man come out to say Happy Mother's Day to myself because I am raising my children alone? No. So please do not embarrass yourselves by coming outside to tell, to wish yourself Happy Father's Day when you are a woman. Renowned actress Tonto Dike did that sometime. Ruby Ojaku also did that sometime. It's shameful. It's shameful. You don't fight the role of a man because you are not a man. Being a father is gender-based, okay? You must be a man first before you be a father. So I believe I have exhausted all that I had to say on this video. I don't need you to have any biases. I don't need you to have any hate towards me. These are just things that happen on social media. I come here, I do simple analysis. I give you insights of how I see. Obviously, I am talking now. I have several people watching. They have several opinions. All your opinions, they are correct. I am not responsible for what you hear on my platform. I am responsible for what you hear, but I am not responsible for how you reason it out. So don't quote me anywhere. I am not influencing you in any way. I am not telling you how to live your life. I am not telling you what to do. All I do is bring in information that is already trendy on media. I analyze it. I bring out references. I bring out lessons, and then I give to my audience. So thank you all so much for those of you watching. Hi Mary, hi Edna, hi Leah, Hi Mew. Hi Iruma. Hi Sonic. I'm giving my shout outs, okay? Hi Scorpion. I have hi Ima. Hi Vlogger Fan Club. Mm, okay. So guys, thank you so much for watching my live. Thank you so much. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the subscribe. For those of you just joining in now, I urge you to watch the video from the beginning because you are coming in late. Thank you all so much and see you on my next live. It may be today, sometime later in the day. It may be tomorrow. Thank you for joining as well. Thank you. See you. Bye, 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 bye.